Okay, welcome. It's the 82nd semi-annual Gibbs Smith Sales Conference. Most of you have been here for many of them. We're sorry that you can't be here in Utah at the Alta Club where we're shooting pool, having a few drinks, having dinner, mingling, having fun with each other. But just to make it up to you, we have placed ourselves right here in the Rocky Mountains so you can feel at home with Gibbs Smith. And throughout the sales conference, we're going to take you to different places because we know that you're traveling and you're busy and you have some wanderlust and you'd like to see some different places in the world. So we'll do that for you today. Now, you have some materials. You have this little video. This will last about 20 minutes to give you a quick presentation and pitch of why we're doing these titles and what they are and why we are excited about them. You also have the PDF of the catalog and that website which shows the covers. So you can look at these prior to our conference on Monday and Tuesday, and you can think about what you might want to critique us on so that we can make these better. Now, you know the rules of the game. We've done this many times before, and we accept criticism and we listen to you because we respect your opinions. We know that you're on the ground, you're in the field, you're the ones that are selling. We want to hear what you have to say regarding the package, the price point, whether you think it is marketable or not, or what we should do. And we'll see if we can tweak or do what you're asking to make it a better season for all of us. Okay? Thank you for your time. We love you. We think you're the greatest sales reps in the entire world, and we're honored to be able to work with you. So with that, let's take a moment and go through some of our titles. Okay, we're going to start with children's. We're having great success with our children's line. Some of you have asked us to move it to the front of the catalog, so that's what we're going to do this season. So a few of the children's titles, we hope that you're going to be able to merchandise well. First, Push-Up Pops. Now, why are we doing this title? If you've noticed what's happening in the blogosphere, Push-Up Pops are the rage, happening everywhere. If you go into New York, you can find them on the street corners. We're one of the first publishers to do something on them. Now, the author has been on Martha Stewart, HGTV, Posh Magazine, Married Magazine, and she has the website Pizzazzery, which has more than 250,000 visitors every month. So this has had a lot of traction, and there's a lot of media attention to it. There's a $14.99 hardcover, covered spiral binding like you've experienced before, a little bit different trim size than what we've done with the Pink Princess line. But what this book is simply taking the ingredients that you can make pudding and cakes and popsicles and the Push-Up Pops in the clear Tupperware type containers and have your own popsicle. And these are a lot of fun, and since they're doing so well, we think you won't even have to push these because they're popping up everywhere. Okay, now, Baby Lit. How is Baby Lit doing? I mean, Publishers Weekly's written about it. We're having foreign sales rights all across the world. We've had 3 printings so far, so you already know how Jane Austen is doing and William Shakespeare. And we're thrilled to be doing 2 new ones for the spring 2012 season. So we have Little Master Carol, Alice in Wonderland, and Little Miss Bronte, Jane Eyre. Now, obviously classics, great illustrations, a lot of fun. We're convinced that you'll do well with these little board books, just like you did with the first 2. We're hoping to create a series of them and be something new for classical children's literature. Now, the next title is The Explorer's Guide to Defying Disasters with Skill and Daring. Now, this is kind of a new book we've done. We had a lot of success with Bart King, with girl stuff and fun stuff and Big Book of Boy stuff. We're trying something different with a new author from Ireland. Now, this is a $14.99 hardcover, and what it does is it takes real issues that happen in the world, like, say, a maelstrom. And these are gigantic whirlpools that are just devastating to ships and to sailors. And say, you know, if you were to survive one, what would you need to know? Gives you the scientific information about it, and then allows you to create an experiment in your own home so you can create a maelstrom. And this goes throughout all sorts of things throughout the world. So a real neat explorer's guide for kids to explore science and nature. Okay. Lastly, who could forget our doodle series? Why would we be doing another doodle book? Well, 300,000 copies sold. Not in print, but sold of our doodle series so far. And you guys are doing a great job in both gift and in trade in getting these things well merchandised. So because this is the summer, 2012 is the summer for superheroes, we're releasing superhero doodles where you can create your own superheroes and have a lot of fun with what they're doing. And if that's not enough for you, because summer is the time for travel, well, we're doing the travel doodles. Again, $9.99, same package, merchandise as well. We have our displays. We imagine that you'll have the same type of success that we've been having. Everybody loves to doodle. Now, a point of trivia just about doodles. They have confirmed that those people who doodle are able to have to multitask better than other people. So if you want to be able to multitask, start doodling with your doodle books. Now, what's better than food on a stick? So you can have your breakfast on a stick, you can have your dinner on a stick, you can have your lunch on a stick, you can have your dessert on a stick, and if that's just not enough for you and you wanted mini food on a stick, you can use toothpicks and put that on a stick. So we have Kebabs for Kids by Jana DeVore. Now you know Jana because she was the author of our ballerina cookbook. And because food on a stick happens to be another rage, why are we doing this book? Because look at the blogosphere, people want it. So now we've created a really cool, fun book in our children's line, well illustrated, great photography, great recipes for the kids, packages a little covered spiral bind hardcover, and we think it's going to do great. So have fun with your food on a stick. One of the things that we're finding so exciting is how well design has picked up. You remember around 2007 we saw the home crisis coming and we kind of pulled back from home design and architecture books, and well, we started to pick that back up about last year, and we're thrilled to say that we have 2 titles on the top 50 with Patina and Charles Faudré Details. So continuing the confidence that we have in design, we're going to be releasing a few more for the spring 2012 season. So what are they? Well, we have Porch Living. Now, people have been long wanting to bring the outdoors indoors and indoors outdoors. And with Porch Living, we're showcasing how one can have just a fabulous lifestyle out on their porch. It's by James Farmer. You're familiar with him because of A Time to Plant. And he's our Southern author, but this is going to be a national book in terms of the photography and the aspirational lifestyle that we're creating. It'll be a $30 hardcover. Now, Barclay Butera. You might have heard of Barclay because Asseline published his first book, which sold over 20,000 copies just in the trade, not in the gift, just in the trade. Those are the numbers that we were able to find. Now, Barclay, this is going to be a $40 hardcover. The fabric and patterns that he creates are manufactured by Kravet. Of course, you know them. And his style is kind of a contemporary, it's classic, it's clean. He calls it casual elegance. And his furniture line goes along with this. He has showrooms in Park City, he has showrooms in Los Angeles, showrooms in New York. He's heavily promoted by Kravet. He's kind of like a Barry Dixon in terms, and Catherine Ireland in terms of his focus in media and his focus with his own line of furniture and fabrics. So we believe that Barclay Butera would do well. Now, third, I already mentioned Catherine Ireland. You're familiar with her because of her last 2 books, but she's on Bravo now with $1 Million Decorator, doing really well, having great PR. We're taking Classic Country, which was the first book we did with her, which sold over 22,000 copies as hardcover, rejacketing it, and coming up with just a paperback release. We think because of the media that she's exposed to right now and the fact that she's kind of on a roll, that reintroducing this book with her patterns, her rich colors, will do well for spring 2012. And then we have Atomic Ranch. Now, Atomic Ranch we brought out, I think, 3 years ago, and it was mid-century modern architecture and design by the owners and the editors of Atomic Ranch magazine, and that did fantastic. We've sold almost 25,000 copies of that book. Now we're bringing out Atomic Ranch Interiors. So the same mid-century modern design, but focused totally on the interior of these homes. So you know how you can decorate and design your home on the interior. Now, what a great line of design books. And while the prices range between $30 and $40, we found that with the right book, with the right market, the price sensitivity is non-existent. We're selling a lot of books between $40 and $50 that are great design books. So don't let the price intimidate you. Make sure you get them out there, and we'll see how they do.